Hello, Gannon alumni, students, family, and friends. I am Elena Manchester, and I'm the Director of Performing and Visual Arts at Gannon University. And I'm also a Gannon alum, and I am thrilled to be part of the Gannon family. As you know, we've had to be extra creative over the past 6 months to find ways to deliver a theater experience to a socially distanced audience while keeping our cast and crew safe. This production of Twelfth Night is our first attempt to do just that. I am so very proud of the people who came together to create this piece. It is unique, it is engaging, and it is fun, and we hope you enjoy it as much as we enjoyed crafting it. Twelfth Night is directed by GU alum Jenna Selecki and includes a collaboration with artist Brittany Lee. In her director's notes, Jenna wrote, "A 400-year-old comedy works better in this medium than you may expect. Twelfth Night centers largely around a series of miscommunications happening as a result of the characters' inabilities to be their true selves. I hope you'll be joining in for other events throughout the weekend, and I encourage you to visit the Gannon Alumni website for complete details. The annual fund is currently having a Decades Challenge to see which decade can contribute the most money for their class throughout the weekend. You can make a gift for your decade while also designating the Schuster Theater. It's a win for all of us. Just visit gannonalumni.org/decades to make your gift. And please, check out schustertheater.com for more information on our upcoming shows, including our live virtual presentation of Jordan Harrison's The Grown Up, opening October 15th, and our original devised piece, Love Notes, which we are actually projecting onto our theater building and live streaming the results. Theater's not going anywhere because storytelling and the human element are not going anywhere. We are simply having a moment of reinvention. And now, thank you again for joining us, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Illyria is living on the web. Illyria.com has everything to keep your mind and social network thriving while we stay home and keep our island safe. Just check yourself in at the welcome dock. Create a perfect image of yourself. Submit your name and get full access free to all our channels and communities. Spend quality time with friends and family, or operate your business from your home. Play sports inside our virtual arena. Sit in on civic meetings and take classes from local schools and universities. Connect with colleagues and expand your network. It's easier than it has ever been to make important contacts in your field. Plus, check in on our premier citizens. Become a part of Duke Orsino's court or see inside Olivia's chateau. Enjoy live music from our local artists and make and stream a program starring you and show the world the things that you create. Life doesn't have to stop when we're apart. Illyria.com. Illyria lives online. Welcome to the help desk. I'm Captain Tech. How can I help you?
What country, friend, is this?
This is Illyria Online, lady.
And what should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, sailor?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. And so perchance may he be.
True, madam, and to comfort you with chance, assure yourself after your ship did split, when you and those poor numbers saved with you hung on your driving boat, I saw your brother, most provident in peril, bind himself to a strong mast that lived upon the sea, where like Arion on the dolphin's back, I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves, so long as I could see.
Mine own escape unfoldeth to my hope, whereto thy speech serves for authority the like of him. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madam, for I was bred and born not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke in nature as in name.
What is the name?
Orsino.
Orsino? I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late, for but a month ago when I went from hence, and then 'twas fresh in murmur, as you know, what great ones do, the less will prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, the daughter of a count that died some 12 months hence, then leaving her in his son's protection, her brother, who also shortly there died, and for whose dear love, they say, she hath abjured the company and sight of men.
Oh, that I served this lady, and might not be delivered to the world till I had made my own occasion mellow what my estate is.
That were hard to compass, because she will admit no kind of suit, no, not the duke's.
There's a fair behavior in thee, captain, and though that nature with a beauteous wall doth oft close in pollution, yet of thee I will believe thou hast a mind that suits with this thy fair and outward character. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously, conceal me what I am and be my aid, for such disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him. It may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me very worth his service. What else mayhap? To time I will commit. Only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be you his eunuch, and your mute I'll be. When my tongue blabs, then let my eyes not see.
Sarah, 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 welcome back to the Duke's Court of Love. All right, Dukesters, today we're getting a little serious here, okay? Listen, if music be the food of love, play on! Give me excess of it, that surfeiting the appetite we sicken and so die. Ooh, hey, that strain again. Hey, that strain again. Hey, it had a dying fall that came over my ear like a sweet sound that breathes upon the bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Ooh, enough. No more. 'Tis not so sweet as it was before. Ooh, spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou, that notwithstanding receiveth as the sea, not enters there of what validity and pitch soever, but falls into abatement and low price even in a minute. So full of shapes is fancy that it alone is high fantastical. All right, let's see what we got here, Dukesters. Let's see, at Dudes for Duke. Oh, okay, I ain't mad. At Dudes for Duke asks, what do you like about Olivia? Ho, 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 ho. When mine eyes first seen Olivia, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant I was turned into a hart, and my desires, like fell cruel hounds, ever since pursue me. Oh, hey, Valentine, update on Olivia.
So please my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself, till 7 years' heat, shall not behold her face at ample view, but like a cloisteress, she will veiled walk and water once a day her chamber round with eye-offending brine. All this to season a brother's dead love, which she would keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
She that had a heart of that fine frame to pay this debt of love to a brother. Ha! How will she love when the rich gold shafts have killed the flock of all affections else that live in her, when live the brain and heart, these sovereign thrones are all supplied, and filled her sweet perfections with one self king? Away before me the sweet bed of flowers, love thoughts lie rich, when can it be with bowers?
Oh, what a plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus! I'm sure care is an enemy to life.
Oh, by my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier o' nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours.
Why, let her accept.
Aye, but you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in, and so be these boots too. And be they not, let them hang themselves by their own straps.
Oh, that quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady Olivia talk of it yesterday, and of a foolish knight you brought in here one night to be her wooer.
Who, Sir Andrew Aguecheek?
Aye, he.
Oh, he's as tall a man as any in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
Why, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but a year and all these ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Oh, fie that you say so. He plays with the viola de gamboys. And he speaks 3 or 4 languages, word for word, without book. And he hath all the good gifts of nature.
Oh, he hath indeed almost natural. For besides that he's a fool, he's a great quarreler. And but that he hath the gift of a coward, to allay the gust he hath in quarreling, 'tis thought among the prudent he would quickly have the gift of a grave. They that add, moreover, he's drunk nightly in your company.
With drinking healths to my niece, I'll drink to her as long as there's passage in my throat and drink in Illyria.
Jesus.
What, wench? Oh, look, here comes Sir Andrew Aggyface.
Sir Toby Belch. How now, Sir Toby Belch?
Sweet Sir Andrew!
Bless you, fair shrew.
Oh, and you
Ooh.
too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Good Mistress Accost, I desire better acquaintance.
Oh, my name's Mary, sir.
Good Mistress Mary Accost.
You mistake, knight. Accost is to front her, board her, woo her, slide into her DMs.
Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
If thou let part so, Sir Andrew, wouldst thou mightst never draw thy sword again.
If you part so, mistress, I might never draw sword again. Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Oh, sir, I have not you by the hand.
Oh, Mary, but you shall have. Oh, and here's my hand.
Oh, now, sir, thought is free. I pray you, bring your hand to the buttery bar and let it drink.
Wow.
Wherefore, sweetheart? What's your metaphor?
Oh, it's dry, sir.
Why, I think so. I am not such an ass, but I can keep my hand dry.
Uh-huh.
But what's your jest?
Oh, a dry jest, sir.
Are you full of them?
I, sir, I have them at my fingers' ends. Oh, Mary! Oh, now I let go your hand. Oh, I'm barren.
Oh, knight! Thou lackest a cup of canary! When have I seen thee so put down?
Never in your life, I think. Unless you see a canary put me down. Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man has. But I am a great eater of beef, and I believe that is harm to my wit.
Oh, no question.
If I thought that, I'd forswear it. I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Do or do not? I would I had bestowed that time in the tongues that I have in fencing, dancing, bear baiting. Oh, had I but followed the arts. Mary, I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your cousin will not be seen. Or, if she be, it's 4 to 1 she'll none of me. The Count himself here hard by woos her.
Oh, she'll not an account. She'll not match a buffer degree, neither in estate, years, nor wit. I've heard her swear it. Tut, there's life in it, man.
I'll stay a month longer.
Uh,
I'm a fella of the strangest mind of the world. I delight in masks and revels, sometimes all together.
Art thou good at these kickshaws, man?
As any man in Illyria, whatsoever he be, under the degree of my betters. And yet I will not compare with an old man, and I think I have the back trick simply as strong as any man in Illyria.
Oh, now wherefore are these things hid, man? Is this a world high virtues in? I did think by the excellent constitution of thy leg there that it was formed under the star of a galliard.
Aye, 'tis well, and it does indifferent well in a flame-colored stock. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else?
Sarah. Hey, welcome back to the Duke's Court of Love. Today we've got ourselves a very new but very, very dear friend, Cesario! I've known thee but 3 days, and already you are no stranger here. Thou knowest no less but all. I have unclasped to thee the book even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access, stand at her door and tell them, there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have an audience.
Sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrow as it is spoke, she never will admit me.
Be clamorous and leap all civil bounds rather than make unprofited return.
Okay, say I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
Oh, well then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. It will become thee well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth than in a servant of more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it, for they shall yet belie thy happy years that say thou art a man. Approach thy camera. Diana's lips is not more rubious and smooth. Thy small pipe is as a maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all is semblative a woman's part. I know that constellation is right apt for this affair. Now prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord to call thy fortunes thine. Oh my God.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Oh, yet a barful strife, where I will myself would be his wife.
Nay, either tell me where thou hast been, or I will not open my lips so wide as a bristle may enter in way of thy excuse. My lady will hang thee for thy absence.
Many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage, and for turning it away, let summer bear it out.
You are resolute then.
Not so neither, but I am resolved on 2 points.
Oh, that if one breaks, the other will hold, or if both break, your trousers fall.
Oh, apt in good faith, very apt. Well, go thy way. If Sir Toby would leave drinking, thou wert as witty as a piece of Eve's flesh as any in Illyria.
A piece, you rogue, no more on that. Oh, here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely. You were best.
Wit, and it be thy will, put me into good fooling. Those wits that think they have thee do very oft prove fools, and I, that I am sure I lack thee, may pass for a wise man. For what says Quinopolis? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. Oh, God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away.
Oh, do you not hear, fellows? Take away the lady.
Go to. You're a dry fool. I'll know more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
Oh, two faults, Madonna, that drink and good counsel will amend. For give thy dry fool a drink, then is the fool not dry. Bid the dishonest man mend himself. If he mend, he is no longer dishonest. If he cannot, then let the botcher mend him. Anything that is mended is but patched, and virtue that transgresses is but patched with sin, and sin that amends is but patched with virtue. If that this simple syllogism will serve, so, if it will not, what remedy? As there is no true cuckold but calamity, so beauty is a flower. Oh, Mother Nature's aromas never fail. Well, the ladies said, take away the fool. Therefore, I say again, take her away.
Sir, I bade them take away you.
Oh, misprison in the highest degree. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you are a fool.
Oh, can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof.
I must query you for it, Madonna. Good my mouse of virtue, answer me.
Well, sir, for want of other idleness, I'll bide your proof.
Good Madonna. Why mournest thou?
Good fool for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
Oh, the more fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take the fool away, gentlemen.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes, and shall do till the pangs of death shake him. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make the better fool.
Oh, God send you, ma'am, a speedy infirmity for the better increasing of your folly. Sir Toby will be sworn that I am no fox, but he will not pass his word for 2 pence that you are no fool.
Oh, how say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw him put down the other day with an ordinary fool that had no more brain than a stone. Oh, look you now, he's out of his guard already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to him, he is gagged. I protest I take these wise men that crow so at these set kind of fools no better than the fools zanies.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. There is no slander in an allowed fool, though he do nothing but rail, nor no railing in a known discreet man, though he do nothing but reprove.
Now Mercury endue thee with leasing, for thou speakest well of fools.
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
Oh, from the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam, 'tis a fair young man.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Oh, Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madmen. Fie on him. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick or not at home, what you will, to dismiss it. Now, you see, sir, how your fooling grows old and people dislike it. Oh, bind mine honor, half drunk. What is he at the gate, cousin?
The gentleman here.
A gentleman? What gentleman?
'Tis a gentleman. Plague all these pickled herring. Oh no, son.
Good Sir Toby.
Cousin, how have you come so early to this lethargy?
Lechery? I defy lechery. There's a gentleman at the gate.
Ay, Mary, what is he?
Oh, let him be the devil if he care. I care not. Give me faith, say I. It's all one.
What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool, and a madman. One draught above heat makes him a fool, the second mads him, and the third drowns him.
He is the third degree of drink. He's drowned. Go look after him.
Oh, he is but mad yet, Madonna, and the fool shall look to the madman.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak to you. I told him you were sick. He takes on him to understand so much and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady? He's fortified against any denial.
Oh, What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
What manner of man?
Of a very ill manner. He'll speak with you, will you or no?
Of what personage in years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy, as a squash is before 'tis a peas cod, or a codling when 'tis almost an apple. 'Tis with him in standing water between boy and man. He is very well favored, and he speaks very shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk were scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewomen. Well, once more, hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house, which is she?
Speak to me. I shall answer for her. Your will.
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to con it. Good beauties, let me sustain no scorn. I am very comfortable, even to the least sinister usage.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say a little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good, gentle one, give me modest assurance if you be the lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart, and yet by the very fangs of malice I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain if you are she, you do usurp yourself, for what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is from my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise, and then show you the heart of my message.
Now come to what is important in it. I'll forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
It is the more like to be feigned. I pray you, keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach to wander at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not that time of moon with me to make one, and so skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber, I am to hull here a little longer. Some mollification for your giant, sweet lady.
Tell me your mind.
It alone concerns your ear. I bear no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand, my words as full of peace as matter.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To any other's, profanation.
Give us the place alone. We shall hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady.
Comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom? In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method, in the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission with your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text, but we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, such a one I was this present. Is it not well done?
Excellently done. If God did all.
'Tis ingrained, sir. 'Twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive, if you will lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will set out divers schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried, and every particle and utensil labeled to my will as item, 2 lips, indifferent red. Item, 2 gray eyes with lips to them. Item, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see what you are. You are too proud. But though you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompense, though you were crowned the nonpareil of beauty.
How does he love me?
with adorations fertile, tears with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him, yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, and in voices well divulged, free, learned, and valiant, in the dimension and shape of nature, a gracious person, yet I cannot love him. He may have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantids of contemned love, and sing them louding in the dead of night. Hello your name to the reverberate hills, and let the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state as well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless, perchance, you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Very well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I am no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love make his heart a flint that you shall love, and let your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
Oh, what is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state as well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, thy actions and spirit do give thee a fivefold blazon. Oh, not too fast. Soft, soft. Unless the master were the man. How now? Even so quickly may one catch the plague? Methinks I feel this youth's perfections in an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio?
Here, madam, at your service.
Go after the same peevish messenger. The county's man, he left this ring behind him. What I, or not, I'll have none of it. Desire him not to flatter with his lord, or hold him up with hopes. I'm not for him. And if this youth will come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reason for it. Hide thee, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
I do, I know not what, and fear to find mine eyes too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Will you stay no longer? Nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore I shall crave of you your leave that I may bear my evils alone. It were a bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me know of you whither you are bound.
No. Sooth, sir, my determinate voyage is mere extravagancy. But I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you will not extort from me what I am willing to keep in. Therefore it charges me in manners the rather to express myself. You must know of me, then, Antonio, my name is Sebastian, which I called Rodrigo. My father was that Sebastian of Messling, who I know you've heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had been pleased, would we had so ended, but you, sir, altered that. For some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea, was my sister drowned.
Alas, the day.
A lady, sir, though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. But though I could not with such estimable wonder over far believe that, yet thus far I will boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She's drowned already. Sir, with salt water, though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desire it not. Fare ye well at once. My bosom is full of kindness, and I am yet so near the manners of my mother that upon the least occasion more mine eyes will tell tales of me. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else would I very shortly see thee there. But come what may, I do adore thee so that danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
We're not you even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, ma'am.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself, she adds. Moreover, that you should put your lord into a desperate assurance she will none of him. And one thing more, that you be never so hardy to come again in his affairs, unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it, sir.
She took the ring of me. I'll none of it.
Come, sir. You peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it should be so returned. If it be worth clicking on, there lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Ooh. Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me. Indeed, so much that sure methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak and starts distractedly. She loves me, sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring. Why, he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so as 'tis, oh, poor lady, she were better love a dream. Disguise I see thou art a wickedness, wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy is it for the proper false in women's waxen hearts to set their forms? Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we, for such as we are made of, such we be. How will this fadge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now alas the day! What thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? Oh, time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
Approach, Sir Andrew, approach. To be to bed after midnight is to be betimes.
Nay, to be up late is to be up late.
Oh, false conclusion. I hate it as much as an unfilled can. To be to bed after midnight is to go to bed early. Therefore, to go to bed after midnight is to go to bed betimes. Therefore, let us eat and drink. Mariah, a stoup of wine.
Here comes the fool of faith. How now, my hearts? Did you never see the picture of we three?
Oh. Welcome, ass. Now, let's have a catch.
Andrew, I'm going to need your backup on this one. I'm a world-class beatboxer. Here we go. Here we go. Three mermen be we, three mermen be we, three mermen be we. By my troth, the fool has an excellent voice. I had rather than 40 shillings I had such a leg, and so sweet a breath to sing, as the fool has.
Now, come on. Here's a sixpence for you. Let's have a song.
Oh, would you have a love song or a song of good life?
Oh, a love song, a love song.
I care not for good life.
All right, Andrew, you're going to love this one.
What?
Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, stay and hear your true love's coming, that can sing both high and low. Trip no further, pretty sweeting, journey's end. In lovers' meeting, every wise man's son doth know. What is love, 'tis not hereafter. Present mirth hath present laughter. What's to come is still unsure. In delay there lies no plenty. Then come kiss me, sweet and 20. Use of stuff will not endure. Oh, you remember?
Bravo!
I
Maleficent.
mellifluous voice, as I am true knight.
But shall we make the welkin dance, boys? Shall we rouse the night owl in a catch that will steal 3 souls from one weaver? Shall we do that?
And you love me? Let's do it. I am dog, I'm a catch.
Oh,
Ooh.
by your lady, sir.
And some dogs will catch well.
Oh, most certain. Let our catch be thou knave.
Oh, hold thy peace, thou knave, knight. I shall be constrained in it to call thee a knave, knight.
'Tis not the first time I've constrained one to call me knave. Begin, fool. It begins, hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Good, Faith. Begin.
Hold thy peace. Okay.
Hey, kids, shake and loose together. The spotlight's in something that's been known to change the weather.
We'll kill the fatted calf tonight, so stick around.
You're gonna hear electric music, solid walls of sound. Oh, Benny and Rowan, never seen them yet. Oh,
but the
What
so
a
space-
caterwauling do you keep here? If my lady have not called up her steward Malvolio and bid her turn you out of doors, never trust me.
Oh, Malvolio's a Pegger Ramsey, and 3 merry men be we. Am I not her
congeniality?
I'm a Sagittarius, Andrew, but am I not Malvolio's blood? Tilly Valley lady. So Toby and Festy, have you seen them yet? Oh, but they're so spaced out.
Benny and the Jets.
Oh, beshrew me. The knight is an admirable fooling.
Aye, he does well enough if he be disposed. He does it with a better grace, but I do it more natural. Benny!
Oh, for the love of God, peace.
My masters, are you mad, or what are you? Have ye no wit, manners, nor honesty than to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do ye make an alehouse of my lady's house, that ye squeak out your coziers catches without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Is there no respect of place, persons, nor time in you?
We did keep time, lady, in our catches. Snack up.
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that though she harbors you as her kinsman, she's nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, you are welcome in the house. If not, and it would please you to take leave of her, she is very willing to bid you farewell.
Yes,
Nay, good Sir Toby.
This is much credit to you.
Oh, art thou more than a steward, Malvolio? Dost thou think thou art more virtuous? There shall be no more cakes and ale. Mariah, a stoup of wine?
Mistress Mary, if ye prize my lady's favor at anything more than contempt, you would not give means for this uncivil rule. She shall know of it. by this hand.
Go shake your ears.
We're as good a deed to drink when a man's a-hungry, to challenge her in the field and to make a fool of her.
Oh, do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge. Or I'll deliver thy indignation by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the counts was today with thy lady, she is much out of quiet. For Madame Malvolio, let me alone with her. If I do not gull her into a byword and make her a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us. Tell us something of her.
Yeah.
Oh, Mary, sir, sometimes she's a kind of Puritan.
If I thought that, I'd beat her like a dog.
What? Oh, for being a Puritan, thy exquisite reason, dear knight.
I have no exquisite reason for it. But I have reason enough.
The devil a Puritan that she is, or anything constantly but a time pleaser, an affectioned ass that can't state without book and utters it by great swords, the best persuaded of herself, so crammed as she thinks with excellencies, that it is her grounds of faith that all that look on her love her, and on that vice in her will my revenge find notable cause to work.
What will thou do?
I will drop in her way some obscure epistles of love, wherein, by the color of her hair, the shape of her leg, the manner of her gait, the expression of her eye, forehead, and complexion, she shall find herself most feelingly personated. I can write very like my lady, your niece. On a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Oh, I smell a device.
I have it in my nose too.
She shall think that the note that thou will write will come from my niece, and that she's in love with her.
And my purpose is indeed a horse of that color, yes.
And now your horse would make her an ass.
Oh, ass, I doubt not.
Oh, 12B, admirable.
Oh, sport royale, I warrant you. I know my physic will work with her. I will plant you two, and let the fool make a third, where she shall find the letter. Observe her construction of it. For this night to bed and dream on the event. Farewell.
I love you. Oh, before me, she's a good wench.
Oh, she is a big old thoroughbred and one that adores me. What is that?
I was adored once too.
Well, let's to bed tonight. Thou needs send for more money.
If I cannot recover your niece, I am a foul way out.
Send for money, knight. If thou have her not in the end, call me cut.
If I do not, never trust me. Take it how you will.
Well, come, I'll come burn some sack. It's too late for bed now. Come, knight, come, knight.
Sarah, Sarah, Sarah! Welcome back to the Duke's Court of Love. Tonight's live has been brought to you by the good folks at Illyria-online.com. That's Illyria-online.com. Do not forget to get your merch, folks! All right, now, Cesario, give me that good music with that piece of song, that old and antique song we heard last night. We thought it did relieve my passion much more than night airs and recollected terms of these most brisk and giddy pace times. Come, but one verse.
He is not here, so please your lordship, that should sing it.
Who was it?
Festi, the jester, my lord, a fool that the Lady Olivia's father took much delight in. He is about the space.
Okay, I'll send him an invite to the live. All right. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, in the sweet pangs of it, remember me. For such as I am, all true lovers are. Unstead and skittish in all motions else, save in the constant image that is the creature that is beloved. My life upon it, young though thou art, thine I had stayed upon some favor that it loves, hath it not, boy?
A little by your favor.
What kind of woman is it?
of your complexion.
Well, she is not worth thee then. What years, maid?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven. Let still the woman take an elder than herself. So wears she to him. So sways she the level in her husband's heart. For boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and infirm, more longing, wavering, sooner lost and worn than women's are.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, for thy affection cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower being once displayed doth fall at very hour.
And so they are, alas that they are so, to die even when they to perfection grow.
Oh, fellow, come! The song we had last night. Mark it, Cesario. It is old and plain. The spincers and the knitters in the sun, and the free maids that wave their thread with thongs do use to chant it. It is silly soothe, and dallies with the innocence of love like the old age.
Are you ready, sir?
Aye, prithee, sing.
Come away, death, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Fly away, breath, I am slain by a fair cruel maid. My shroud of white stuck all with you, oh prepare it. My part of death no one so shrewd did share it. Not a flower sweet, on my black coffin let there be strown. Not a friend greet my poor corpse where my bones shall be thrown. A thousand sighs to save, oh lay me where my sad true lover never find my grave to weep there.
There's for thy pains.
No pains, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
I'll pay thy pleasures then.
Truly, sir, and pleasure will be paid one time or another.
Give me now leave to leave thee. Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her my love more noble than the world prizes not quantities of dirty lands. The parts that fortune hath bestowed upon her, tell her I hold as giddily as fortune, but 'tis that miracle and queen of gems that nature pranks her in attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you, sir?
I cannot be so answered.
Sooth, but you must! Say that some lady, as perhaps there is, hath for your love as great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her, you tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There's no woman's side can bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much, they lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite, no motion of the liver, but the palate that suffers a faint climate and revolt. But mine is as hungry as the sea and can digest as much. Make no compare between the love a woman can bear and that I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. In faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man, as it might be, perhaps, were I a woman, I should your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy, she sat like Patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed? Women may say more, swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will, for still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But, died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too, and yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, prithee, that is the theme. To her in haste, give her this jewel. Say, my love can give no place, by no denay.
Come thy way, Sir Andrew.
Nay, I'll come. If I lose a scruple of this sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Wouldst thou not be glad to have the dog Malvolio come by some notable shame, Sir Andrew?
Oh, I would exalt man.
We shall fool her black and blue, shall we not?
And we do not. It is a pity of our lives.
Oh, here comes the noble villain. How now, my jewel?
Get ye all three into the position. Malvolio has been yonder in the glass, practicing behavior to her own shadow this half hour. Ugh. Observe her for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of her. Close in the name of jesting.
Access granted.
It is but fortune, all is fortune. Mariah once told me she did affect me, and I have heard herself come thus near that should she fancy it should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on it?
Here's an overweening rogue.
Peace. Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of her. How she jets under her advanced plumes.
Slight, I could so laugh at the rogue.
Peace, I say.
The Countess Malvolio.
Oh, rogue.
Pistoler.
Peace.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state.
Peace. Now she's deeply in. Look how her imagination blows her.
Calling my officers about me in my branched velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I left Olivia sleeping.
Oh, fire and brimstone.
And then to have the humor of state, and after a demure traveler regard, telling them I know my places, I would they should do theirs, to ask for my kinsman, Toby.
Bolted shackles.
7 of my people with an obedient start make out for him. I frown the while and perchance wind up watch or play with my some rich jewel.
Oh, damn.
Toby approaches, courtesies there to me.
Oh, shall this witch live?
Though our silence be drawn with us with pains, yet peace.
I extend my hand to him, thus quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control.
Oh, I swear.
I'll have a peace.
Saying, cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me on your knees, give me this prerogative of speech. You must amend your drunkenness.
Scab?
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
Oh, that's me, I warrant you.
One Sir Andrew.
Oh, I knew 'twas I. For many do call me fool.
What employment have we here?
Oh, and now is the woodcock near the gin.
By my life, but this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, and her T's, and thus she makes her great P's. It is in contempt of question her hand.
Her C's, her U's, and her T's? Why's that?
To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes. Oh, her very phrases. By your leave, wax soft in the impressure of her lucrece with which she uses to seal. 'Tis my lady. To whom should this be? Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know. What follow? The numbers altered. No man must know. If this could be the Malvolio.
Oh my god.
I may command where I adore. But silence like a Lucrece knife with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. MOAI doth sway my life.
Oh, a Faustian riddle.
Excellent wench, say I.
MOAI doth sway my life. Nay, but first, let me see.
Now, what dish of poison has Mariah dressed her?
I may command where I adore. Why, she command me. I serve her. She is my lady. Why, this is evident to any formal capacity. There is no obstruction in this. And the end. What shall that alphabetical position portend if I could make that resemble something in me? M-O-A-I.
Oh, I make that up. She's now in a cold set.
M. Malvolio. Why, that begins my name. But then there is no consonancy in the sequel that suffers under probation. A should follow, but O does.
Oh, and O shall end, I hope.
And then I comes behind. M-O-A-I. This simulation is not as the former, and yet, to crush it a little, it would bow to me, for every one of those letters is in my name.
Oh,
Soft, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great. Some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open up thy hands. Let thy blood and spirits embrace them, and to inure thyself to what thou art like to be. Cast thy humble slough and appear fresh. Oh, be opposite with kinsmen, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commanded thy yellow stockings. I wish to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say remember. Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the lady of servants and not worthy to touch fortune's finger. Farewell, she that would alter services with thee, the fortunate, unhappy. Yeah! Oh, yeah! Daylight and champions to discover no more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will be pointed by the very woman. I do not fool myself now to let imagination jade me, for every reason excites me to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my light being cross-gartered, and in this she manifests herself to my love, and with a kind of injuncture drives me to these habits of her liking. Oh, I thank my stars. I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings, and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be praised. Here is yet a postscript.
Oh.
Thou canst not choose, but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore in my presence still smile, dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove! Oh, smile. I will do everything thou wilt have me.
I will not give my part of this sport for a pension of thousands to be paid from the Sophie.
I could marry this wench for this device.
So could I too.
And ask no other dowry from her but just such another jest.
Nor I neither.
Oh, here comes the noble gull catcher. Why, thou hast put her in such a dream that when the image of it leaves her, she will run mad.
Nay, but say true, does it work upon her?
Oh, like sweets with a child.
If you will then see the fruits of the sport, mark her first approach before my lady. She will come to her in yellow stockings, and 'tis a color Olivia abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests. And Malvolio will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to Olivia's disposition, being addicted to a melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn her into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
Oh, to the gates of hell, thou most excellent devil of wit.
I'll make one too.
All right, Festie's joke of the day. If a cow cannot produce milk, it is both an utter failure and a milk dud.
Well done, Chief. I'm sending in a few pelicans.
Art not thou the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, indeed, sir. The Lady Olivia has no folly and will keep no fool, sir, until she be married. And fools are as husbands as pilchards are to herrings. The husband's the bigger. I am indeed not her fool, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at the Count Orsino's.
Oh, foolery, sir. Just walk about the orb like the moon. It shines everywhere. I think I saw you there too, good man.
Nay, and thou pass upon me, I'll no more with thee. Hold, there's expenses for thee.
Now Jove, in his next commodity of hair, send thee a beard.
Oh, by my troth, I tell thee, I am almost sick for one. Oh, though I would not have it grow on my chin. Is thy lady online?
Indeed, sir. I will construe to them whence you came. Who you are and what you would are beyond me.
This fellow is wise enough to play the fool, and to do that well craves a kind of wit. He must observe their mood on whom he jests, the quality of persons and the time, and like the haggard, check at every feather that comes before his eye. This is a practice as full of labor as a wise man's art. For folly that he wisely shows is fit, but wise men folly fall and quite taint their wit.
Save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir.
Je veux garder, monsieur.
Et voici votre serviteur.
I hope, sir, you are. And I am yours.
My nieces desires you should visit, if your trade be to her.
I am bound to your niece, sir. I mean, she is the list of my voyage. Most excellent, accomplished lady, the heavens rain odors on you.
Ooh, that youth's a rare courtier. Rain odors. Well,
my matter hath no voice but to your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
Odors? Pregnant? Vouchsafed? I'll get them all three already.
Leave me to my hearing. What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir? 'Twas never merry world since the lowly feigning was called compliment. Your servant to the Count Orsino, youth.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant is your servant, madam.
For him? I think not on him, for his thoughts would they were blanks and rather filled with me.
Madam, I come to wet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
Oh, by your leave, I pray you, I bade you never speak again of him. But would you undertake another suit? I would rather hear you solicit that than music from the spheres.
Dear lady,
give me leave, beseech you. I did send, after the last enchantment you did hear, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me you. Under your hard construction, must I sit to force that on you in a shameful cunning which you knew none of yours? What might you think? Have you not set mine honor at the stake and baited it with all the unmuzzled thoughts that tyrannous heart can think? To one of your receiving, enough is shown. A cypress, not a bosom, hideth my heart. So let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree to love.
No, not a grise, for 'tis a vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Why then, methinks 'tis time to smile again. Oh, world, how apt the poor are to be proud. Oh, the clock abraids me with the waste of time. Be not afraid, good youth. I will not have you. And yet when wit and youth is come to harvest, your wife is alike to reap a proper man. There lies your way. Log off.
Then westward ho. Grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. You'll nothing, madam, to my lord by me?
Stay, I prithee, tell me what thou thinkest of me.
That you do think you are, not what you are.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
Then think you right. I am not what I am.
I would you were as I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, than I am? I wish it might, for now I am your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the anger and contempt of his lip. A murderous guilt shows not itself more soon than love would seem hid. Love's night is noon. Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by maidenhood, truth, honor, and everything, I love thee so that maugre all thy pride, nor wit nor reason can my passion hide. Do not extort thy reasons from this cause, for that I woo, thou therefore hast no cause. But rather reason thus with reason fetter. Love sought is good, but given unsought better.
My innocence, I swear, and by my youth I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no woman has, nor never, none shall mistress be of it, save I, alone. And so, adieu, good madam, nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Yet come again, for thou perhaps mayest move that heart, which now abhors to like is love.
No, Faith, I'll not stay a jot longer.
Oh, thy reason, dear Venom. Give thy reason.
You must yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Ah, Mary, I saw your niece do more favors to the Count's serving man than she ever bestowed upon me. I saw it on her profile.
Well, did she see thee there, the wild old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now.
There was a great argument in love in her toward you.
Slight, will you make an ass of me?
Oh, I will prove it legitimate, sir, upon the oaths of judgment and reason. She did show favor to the youth in your sight to exasperate you, to awake your dormouse valor, to put fire into your heart and brimstone into your liver. You should have then accosted her, and with some excellent jests, fire new from the mint, you should have banged the youth into dumbness. This was looked for at your hand, and this was balked. The double guilt of this opportunity you let time wash off, and now you are sailed into the north of my lady's opinion, where you will hang like an icicle on a Dutchman's beard, unless you do redeem it with some laudable attempt of either valor or policy.
Ha! And be anyway, it must be with valor. For policy I hate.
Oh, why then, bill me thy challenge on the basis of valor. Challenge me the Count's youth to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece shall take note of it. And assure thyself, dear knight, there's no accommodation and no love broker in the world that can prevail more with man's accommodation with woman than the power of valor.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go, write it in martial hand. Be cursed and brief. It is no matter how witty, so be eloquent and fond of invention. Taunt him with a license of ink. Of thou thou'st him some thrice, it shall not be amiss. All the lies that will lie on thy sheet of paper, set him down. Go, about it. Oh, let there be gall in thy ink, though thou write with a goose pen. Never mind, about it.
Where shall I find you?
We'll call thee at the corner of the arena.
The arena.
That was good, bestie.
Oh, it was
Beard.
really good. Oh, man. Oh, this is a dear mannequin to you, Sir Toby.
Oh, I've been so dear to him, lad. Some 2,000 strong or so.
Oh. Oh, we shall have a rare letter from him then. But you'll not deliver it.
Oh, never trust me then. And by all means, stir upon the youth for an answer. For I think oxen and wain rope cannot held these two together. Andrew, if he were opened and you find so much blood in him that would flood the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy.
and his opposite, the youth, bears in his visage no great presage of cruelty.
Oh, look where the youngest run of 9 comes.
If you desire to spleen and will laugh yourself into stitches, follow me. Yond gull Malvolio is turned heathen, a very renegado, for there is no Christian who means to be saved by believing rightly can ever believe such impossible passages of grossness. She's in yellow stockings.
and cross-gartered.
Oh, most villainously, like a pedant that keeps a school in the church. I have dogged her like her murderer. She does obey every point of the letter I dropped to betray her. Oh, you have not seen such a thing as 'tis. I can hardly forbear hurling things at her. Oh, I know my lady will strike her. If she do, Malvolio will smile and take him for a great favor. Oh!
God, bring us where she is.
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire more sharp than filed steel did spur me forth, and not a love to see you, though so much as might have drawn one to a longer voyage, but jealousy what might befall your travel, being skilless in these parts which to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often prove rough and unhospitable. My willing love, the rather by these arguments of fear, set forth in your pursuit.
My kind Antonio, I can no other answer make but thanks, and ever thanks. And oft good turns are shuffled off with such uncurrent pay, but where my worth is as my conscience firm, you should find better dealing. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first go see your lodging.
I'm not weary, and 'tis long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and the things of fame that do renown this city.
Would you pardon me, I do not without danger walk these streets. Once, amidst protests against the Count his men, I did some service of such note indeed that were I taken here, it would scarce be answered.
Belike you slew great number of his people?
The offense is not of such a bloody nature, albeit the quality of the time and quarrel might well have given us bloody argument. It might have since been answered in repaying what damage we did, which, for safety's sake, most of my comrades did. Only myself stood out, for which, if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir, here's my purse. In the south suburbs at the Elephant is best to lodge. I will bespeak our diet, whilst you beguile the time and feed your knowledge with viewing of the town. There shall you have me.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant.
I do remember.
I have sent after him. He says he'll come. What shall I feast him? What bestow on him? For youth is bought more oft than begged or borrowed. Oh, I speak too loud. Where's Malvolio? She is sad and civil and suits well for a servant with my fortunes. Where is Malvolio?
She's coming, madam. But in very strange manner. She is sure possessed, madam.
Why? What's the matter? Does she rave?
No, madam, she does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best to have some guard about you if she come. For sure the lady is tainted in her wits.
Go call her hither. I am as mad as she, if sad and merry madness equal be. How now, Malvolio?
Sweet lady, ho, mwah, ho.
Smilest thou? I sent thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad lady, I could be sad. This does make some obstruction the blood, this. Cross-gartering, but what of it, if it please the eye of one? It is with me as the very true sonnet is. Please one, please all.
Why, how dost thou, girl? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in mine, though yellow in my legs. It did come to her hands, and command shall be executed. I think we do know the sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed? Aye, sweetheart, and I'll come to thee.
God comfort thee! Why dost thou smile so and blow kisses so oft?
How do you, Malvolio?
At your request, nightingales, answer daws.
Why appear you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness, 'twas well writ.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great.
Huh?
Some achieve greatness.
What sayest thou?
And some have greatness thrust upon them.
Heaven restore thee!
Remember who commended thy yellow stockings.
Thy yellow stockings?
And wish to see thee ever cross-gartered.
Cross-gartered?
Go to, thou art made if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still.
This is very Midsummer Madness.
Oh, madam, the youth of the Count Orsino's is returned.
Oh, I'll come to him. Good Mariah, let this lady be looked to. Where's my cousin Toby? Or let some of my people have a special care of her. I would not let her miscarry for the half of my dowry.
Oh, does she so? This concurs directly with the letter. She sends Sir Toby on purpose so that I may appear stubborn to him, for she incites me to that in the letter. Cast thy humble slough, says she, be opposite with kinsmen, surly with servants, let thy tongue tang arguments of state, put thyself into the trick of singularity, and consequently sets down the manner how, as a sad face, a reverend carriage, a slow tongue, in the habit of some sir of note, and so forth. I have limed her, but it is Jove's doing, and Jove make me thankful. And when she wait and wait now, let this lady be looked to. Lady, not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but lady. Why, everything adheres together, that no dram of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no obstacle, no incredulous or unsafe circumstance. What can be said? Nothing that can come between me and the full prospects of my hope. Well, Jove, not I is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Which way is she? In the name of sanctity, if all the devils possess her and Legion himself possesses her, I will speak to her.
Oh, how is it with you, ma'am?
Go off, I discard you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within her. Did not I tell you? Sir Toby, my lady prays you to have a care of her.
Oh, does she so?
Go to, peace, peace. We must deal gently with her. How is it with you, Malvolio? How do you do? What, woman? 'Tis not consider the devil as the enemy to mankind.
Do you know what you say?
Oh, look you, if you speak ill of the devil, how she takes it at heart. Oh, pray God she be not bewitched.
Oh, carry her water to the wise woman.
Oh, marry, sir, and it shall be done tomorrow morning if I live. My lady would not lose her for more than I'll say.
How now, mistress?
Oh, Lord!
Prithee, hold thy peace. Do you not see how you move her? We must deal gently with her. Leave me alone with her.
Oh, no way but gentleness. Gently, gently. The fiend is rough and will not be roughly used.
Hi, Biddy, come with me. Oh, what, woman? 'Tis not a gravity to play at cherry pit with Satan.
Oh, get her to say her prayers, good Sir Toby. Get her to pray.
Oh, my prayers. Oh, minx.
No, I warrant you, she will not hear of godliness.
Go hang yourselves all. You are idle, shallow things. I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
Is it possible?
Oh, if this were played upon the stage now, I could condemn it as improbable fiction.
Oh, her very genius has taken the infection of the device, man.
We shall make her mad indeed.
The house will be quieter.
Come, we'll have her in a bound in a dark room. My niece is already of the belief that she's mad. We'll carry it thus, for our pleasure and for her penance. Till our very pastime, tired and out of breath, prompt us to have mercy on her. At which time we'll bring the device to the bar and crown thee the founder of a mad woman.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh, look, I got Andrew's challenge here.
Oh, do but read.
Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Oh, good and valiant.
Wander not, nor nigher not in thy mind why I call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
A good note that keeps him from the blow of the law.
Yes. Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Ooh, very brief and to exceeding good sense. Less.
I will waylay thee wherever it be thy chance to kill me.
Good.
Thou killest me like a rogue and a villain.
Oh, still he keeps on the windy side of the law. Good.
Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better. So look to thyself. Thy friend as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew cheek. Well, if this message can't move the youth, his legs surely cannot.
Oh, you may have very fit occasion to give it to him. He is now in some commerce with my lady, and will by and by be free.
Well, I'm gonna message Andrew back. Andrew, scout him for me at the corner of the arena, like a bum bailey. So soon as thou seest him, draw, and as thou drawest, swear horrible. For it comes to pass off with a parable oath, with a swaggering accent sharply twanged off, gives manhood more appropriation than proof could have ever earned in himself. Send. I want to see him do that. Now, will I not actually give this message to the youth? For his business between his lord and my niece gives him off to be of good capacity and breeding. And he'll find no terror in this message. He'll find it comes from a clodpole. But I will deliver this message by word of mouth, and I'll set upon Agucheek some rapport of valor, strength, skill, and fury that I know the youth will aptly receive. And when the two see each other, they'll kill each other by the very sight like cock of trees.
I have said too much onto a heart of stone, and laid mine honor too unchary out. There's something in me that reproves my fault, but such a potent, headstrong fault it is, it but mocks reproof.
With the same behavior that your passion bears goes on my master's grief.
Here, keep this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture. Refuse it not. I hath no tongue to vex you. And I beseech you, come again tomorrow. What might you ask of me that I'll deny that honor saved upon asking give?
Nothing but this, your true love for my master.
How with mine honor can I give to him that which I've given to you?
I will acquit you!
Well, come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Oh my god.
Gentlemen, God save thee.
And you, sir.
That defense thou hast, but take thee to it. The natures thou have done him wrong I know not, but thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter, attends thee at the arena.
You mistake, sir. I am sure no man hath any quarrel to me.
You'll find it opposite, I assure you. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, betake you to your guard, for your opposite have what strength, skill, fury, and strength furnish man with all.
I pray you, sir, what is he?
Oh, he is a knight dubbed with unhatched rapier and on carpet consideration, but he is a devil in private brawl. Bodies and souls he hath divorced 3. Oh, and his incensement at this moment is so implacable that can only be satisfied by pangs of death.
I will return again to her pate and desire some conduct of the lady. I am no fighter. I have heard of some kind of men that put quarrels purposely on others to taste their valor. Belike this is a man of that quirk.
No, sir. His indignation derives itself out of a very competent injury. Therefore, get you on and give him his desire. Back you shall not be to the house unless you undertake that with me, with which as much safety you might answer him.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office as to know of the knight what my offense to him is. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Signor Festi, you stay here with this gentleman till I return.
Aye.
Pray you, sir, do you know of this matter?
Oh, I know the knight is incensed against you even to a mortal arbitrament, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
Oh, nothing of that wonderful promise to read him by his form, as you are like to find him in the proof of his valor. He is indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloody, fatal opposite that you could have possibly found anywhere in Illyria. Will you go towards him? I will make your peace with him if I can.
I shall be much bound to you for it. I am one that had rather go with Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my metal.
Oh, why, man, he is a very devil. I have not seen such a fierce farrago with a mortal motion that it is inevitable. And he pays you your answer, surely as your feet hit the ground on which they step.
Pox on it. I'll not meddle with him.
Oh, but he cannot be pacified. Fessy can scare Zoldom yonder.
Plague on it! If I thought he'd been cunning and valiant in fence, I'd have seen him damn dare I have challenged him.
Oh.
Let him let the matter slip, and I'll give him my horse.
I'll make the motion. You stand here, make a good show on it. This shall end without the perdition of souls, okay?
There is no remedy, sir. He will fight with you for oath's sake. Marry, he hath better bethought of him of his quarrel. He finds that now scarce worth to be talking of. Therefore draw for the suppurtance of his vow, for he protests he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Give ground if you see him furious.
Oh, come, Sir Andrew. He cannot be pacified. It's going to happen. The gentleman will have one bout with you for his honor's sake. He cannot, as a soldier, avoid it. But he has promised me as a gentleman he will not hurt you.
Oh, pray God he keep his oath.
I do assure you, 'tis against my will.
Your hands. If this young gentleman had done offense, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
You, sir, why, what are you?
One, sir, that for his love dares yet do more than you have heard him brag you he will.
Oh, nay, if you be an undertaker, I'm here for you.
Good Sir Toby, hold, here come the officers.
Oh, I'll be with you anon.
Antonio, I arrest thee at the suit of Count Orsino.
You do mistake me, sir.
No, sir, no jot. I know your favor well, though now you have no fist raised o'er your head. Away with him. He knows I know him well.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you, but there's no remedy. I shall answer it. What will you do now? My necessity makes me to ask you for my purse. It grieves me much more for what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You stand amazed, but be of comfort.
User, you have 90 seconds until your browser closes.
I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money, sir? For the fair kindness you have showed me here, in part being prompted by your present trouble, out of my lean and low ability, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. I'll make division of my present with you. Hold, there's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts to you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery thus that it makes me so unsound a man as to upbraid you with those kindnesses that I've done for you.
I know of none, nor know I you by voice or any feature. I hate ingratitude more in a man than lying, vainness, babbling, drunkenness, or any tainted vice whose strong corruption inhabits our frail blood.
Oh, heavens themselves.
Please exit your
Let me
browser.
speak a little. This youth that you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved him with such sanctity of love, and to his image, which methought did promise most venerable worth, did I devotion.
30 seconds remaining.
But oh, how vile and idle proves this God. Thou hast, Sebastian, done good feature shame. In nature there's no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind. Virtue is beauty, but the beauteous evil are empty trunks or flourished by the devil.
Disconnecting browser.
Methinks his words do from such passion fly that he believes himself. So do not I. Prove true, imagination. Oh, prove true that I, dear brother, be no ta'en for you. He named Sebastian. I, my brother, know, yet living in my glass, in such and so in favor was my brother, and he went still in this fashion, color, ornament. For him I imitate. Oh, if it prove tempests are kind and salt waves fresh in love.
Oh, very dishonest and paltry, boy. His dishonesty appears in him denying his friend and leaving him here in necessity. And for his cowardship, ask Festi.
Oh, a coward, a most devout coward, and religious in it.
Swine. I'll after him again and beat him.
Do, cuff him soundly, but never draw thy sword.
If I do not...
Ooh, come, let us see the event.
Oh, I dare lay any money 'twill be nothing yet.
Will you make me believe that I am not sent for thee?
Go to, thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
Well, held in faith? No, I do not know thee, nor was I not sent to thee by my lady to bid you speak with her, nor is your name Master Cesario, nor this is not my nose neither. Nothing that is so is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly elsewhere, thou knowest not me.
Vent thy folly? He has heard this word from some great man and applies it to a fool. Vent thy folly. I prithee now, ungird thy strangeness and tell me what I shall vent to thy lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me. There is money for you. If you will tarry any longer, you shall have worse payment.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you.
Are all the people mad? Well, there's for thee. And thee. And thee.
Hold, sir, or I'll throw thy dagger over thy house.
This I must tell my lady straight.
Come on, sir, hold. Nay, let him alone. I'll go another way to work with him. I'll have an action of battery against him if there be any law in Illyria. Though I struck him first, yet it's no matter for that.
I will be free from thee. What wouldst thou? If thou darest tempt me further, draw thy sword.
What? Nay, then I must have an ounce or two of this malapert blood from you.
Hold, Toby! On thy life I charge thee, hold!
Madam!
Will it be ever thus, ungracious wretch, fit for the mountains and barbarous caves where manners ne'er were preached, out of my sight? Be not offended, dear Cesario. I prithee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion, sway in this uncivil and thou unjust extent against thy peace. Go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, that thou thereby mayest smile at this. Thou shalt not choose but go. Do not deny.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or I am mad, or else this is a dream. Let fancy still my sense and lead thee steep. If it be thus to dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, come, I prithee. Wilt thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Oh, say so, and so be.
Festi, wasn't that guy like 60 feet tall?
Oh, he was so tall. Oh,
No.
but
Oh, you see
Andrew
that,
took him
yeah?
down anyway.
Nay, boys. But Malvolia. Okay, I prithee, put on a gown, and a beard. Make her believe thou art Sir Topus the curate. Oh, do it quickly.
Oh, well, I will put it on, and I will dissemble myself in it. Oh, I were the first to ever dissemble in such a gown.
Oh, Joe, bless thee, Master Parson.
Oh, Slantia, Sir Toby, for as the old hermit of Ireland, who very wittily once said to the niece of High King Brian Baru, that is, And so I, being Master Parson, am Master Parson, for what is that but that, and is but is?
Yes, yeah. To her, Sir Topaz.
Oh, what ho I say! Peace in this prison!
Access granted.
Who calls there?
Sir Topaz, the curate who comes to visit Malvolio the lunatic.
Sir Topaz, good. Sir Topaz, go to my lady.
Oh, out hyperbolical fiend! How vexest thou this woman? Talkest thou nothing but of ladies?
Sir Topaz, there is never a woman thus wronged. Good Sir Topaz, do not think I am bad. They have laid me here in hideous darkness.
Oh, fie, thou dishonest Satan! I call thee by the most modest of terms, for I am one of the gentle ones that would use the devil himself with courtesy. Sayest thou that house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topaz.
Mad woman, thou errest. I say there is no darkness but ignorance.
I say this house is as dark as ignorance, though ignorance were as dark as hell. And I say there was never a woman thus abused. I am no more mad than you are. Make the trial of it in any constant question.
Any question? What is the opinion of Pythagoras concerning wildfowl?
That the soul of our grandam might happily inhabit a bird.
What thinkest thou of his opinion?
I think nobly of the soul, and no way approve his opinion.
Fare thee well. Remain thou still in darkness. Thou shalt hold the opinion of Pythagoras ere I will allow of thy wits, and fear to kill a woodcock, lest thou dispossess the soul of thy grandam. Fare thee well.
Sir Topaz? Sir Topaz!
Oh, my most sexy wizard, Sir Topaz!
Thou mightst have done this without thy gown and beard. She sees thee not.
Oh, to her in thine own voice, and bring me word how thou findest her. I would we were well done with this knavery. If she may be conveniently delivered, I would she were, for now I am so far at a fence with my niece, I can no longer pursue this sport to the upshot with any amount of safety. Come by and by to my chamber, please.
Ooh.
Oh, hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how my lady does.
Fool.
My lady's unkind, purdy.
Fool.
Alas, why is she so?
Fool, I say.
She loves another. Oh, who calls, huh?
Good fool, as ever thou wilt deserve well. At my hand help me to a candle, pen, ink, and paper. As I am lady, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Oh, Master Malvolio?
I, good fool.
Oh, alas, ma'am, how fell you by your 5 wits?
Fool, there was never a woman so notoriously abused. I am as well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
Oh, but as well, then you are mad indeed, if you be no better in your wits than a fool.
They have propertied me, keep me in darkness, send ministers to me, asses, and do all they can to face me out of my wits.
Oh, advise you what you say, ma'am, the minister is coming. Oh, Malvolio, Malvolio, thy wits in heaven restar. Endeavour thyself to sleep and leave thy vein, bibble babble.
Sir Topaz.
Oh, maintain no words with her, good fellow. Who I, sir? No, not I, sir. God be with you, Sir Topaz. Oh, Mary, amen. Oh, I will, sir, I will.
Fool, 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 I say.
Alas, be patient. What say you, ma'am? I'm sent for speaking with you.
Good fool, help me to some light and some paper. I tell thee, I am as well in my wits as any woman in Illyria.
Well a day that you were, ma'am.
By this hand I am, good fool, some ink, paper, and light, and convey what I will set down to my lady. It shall advantage thee more than ever the bearing of letter did.
I will help you to it. But tell me true, are thou not mad indeed, or are you but counterfeit?
Believe me, I am not. I tell thee true.
Nay, I'll never believe a mad woman until I see her brains. I will fetch you light and paper and ink.
Fool, are requited in the highest degree. I prithee be gone.
I am gone then.
Oh. I gotta take this. I'll be right back. Hello?
This is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave to me, I do feel it and see it, and though 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where's Antonio then? I could not find him at the inn, yet there he was, and there I found this credit that he hath ranged the town to seek me out. His counsel now might do me golden service, for though my soul disputes with my sense that there may be some error, but no madness, yet doth this accident and flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes and wrangle with my reason that persuades me to any other trust but that I am mad, or else the lady is mad. Yet, if 'twere so, she could not sway her followers, control her house, take and give back affairs in their dispatch with such a smooth, discreet, and stable bearing as I perceive she does. There's something in it that is deceivable. Oh, but here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, now go with me before the holy man into the chantry, by there before him underneath that consecrated roof plight me the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. He shall conceal it, and whilst you are willing, it shall come to note what time we will our celebration keep accordance to my birth. What do you say?
I'll go with you unto the sacred place, and having sworn truth ever will be true.
Then lead the way, and heaven so shine that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Ow, as thou lovest me. Let me see her letter.
Good, Mistress Mariah, grant me another request.
Oh, anything.
Do not desire to see this letter.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, Dukesters, we are in. Belong you to Lady Olivia, friends?
Oh, aye, sir, we are some of her trappings.
Ah, I know thee well. How dost thou, good fellow?
Truly, sir, the better for my foes and the worse for my friends.
Just the contrary, the better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can that be?
Marry, sir, they praise me and make an ass of me. Now my foes, they tell me plainly that I am an ass, so that by my foes, sir, I profit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends I am abused.
Why, this is excellent.
Oh, by my troth, sir, no, though it please you to be one of my friends.
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. There's gold. If you will let your lady know I am here to speak with her and bring her along with you, it may awake my bounty further.
Marry, sir, lullaby to your bounty till I come again.
Nice try, that was cute. All right.
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
Oh, that face of his I do remember well, yet when I saw it last it was besmeared. As mad as lightning strikes the peaceful shore did he divide our viral noble court. With false attacks upon my profound decree, his devout blinded sheep took down my fleet. What's the matter?
Orsino, this is that Antonio that set commercial structures all ablaze, then took the South Square and its resources, demolishing erected history. Here, in the streets, desperate of shame and state, in private rabble did we apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir, drew on my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me. I know not what 'twas, but distraction.
Notable pirate, thou cruel and ruthless thief! What foolish boldness brought thee to their mercies, whom thou, in terms so bloody and so dear, hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief or pirate, though I confess on base and ground enough, Orsino's enemy. Witchcraft drew me hither, that most ingrateful boy there by your side. From the rude seas enraged and foamy mouth did I redeem. A wreck past hope he was. His life I gave him, and did thereto add my love without retention or restraint, all his in dedication. For his sake did I expose myself, pure for his love, into the danger of this adverse town, drew to defend him when he was beset, where, being apprehended, his false cunning, not meaning to partake with me in danger, taught him to face me out of his acquaintance, and grew a 20 years removed thing. While one would wink, denied me mine own purse, which I had recommended his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and for 3 months before, no interim, not a minute's vacancy, both day and night did we keep company.
Oh, here comes the Countess. Now heaven is at earth, but for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 days if youth had tended upon me, but more of that anon. Take him aside.
What would my lord, but that he may not have, wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Madam?
Gracious
What do you
Olivia.
say, Cesario? Good, my lord.
My lord would speak, my duty hushes me.
If it be aught to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ears as howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, lord.
What, to perverseness? You uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul, the faithfulest offerings, hath breathed out that ever devotion tendered. What else shall I do?
Even would it please my lord, that shall become him.
Since you to non-regardance cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, live you marble-breasted tyrant still, but this your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him will I tear out of that cruel eye where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, my thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love to spread a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most jock and apt and willingly to do you rest, 1,000 deaths would die.
What means Cesario?
It is him I love, more than I love these eyes, more than my life, more by all mores than e'er I shall love wife. If I do feign, you witnesses above, punish my life for tainting of my love.
I me detested. How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come away.
Whither, my lord? Cesario, husband, stay.
Husband?
I, husband. Can he that deny?
Her husband, sirrah?
Oh, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario, take thy fortunes up. Be that thou knowst thou art, and then thou art as great as that thou fearst. Here I unfold, though lately we intended to keep in darkness what is now disclosed before 'tis ripe, what thou dost know hath newly passed between this youth and me. A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by the mutual joinder of hands, attested by the holy close of lips, and strengthened by the interchangement of our
Roll, thou
rays.
dissembling cub! What wilt thou be when time hath sown a grizzle on thy case? Or will not else thy craft so quickly grow that thine own trip shall be thine overthrow? Farewell! Take her, but direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
Oh, do not swear. Hold little faith, though thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God, a surgeon! Send word presently to Sir Toby!
What's the matter?
He has broken my head across and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb too! For the love of God, your help! I rather than 40 shilling I were at home.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
Oh, the Count's gentleman, one Cesario. We took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman Cesario?
Oh, it's lifelings, here he is. You broke my head for nothing, and that I did. I was sent on to do it by Sir Toby.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause, but I bespoke you fair and hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. I think you said nothing but a bloody coxcomb. Oh, here comes Sir Toby halting. You shall hear more. But if he had not been in drink, he would have tickled you other gates than he did.
How now, gentlemen? How's it with you?
That's all one has hurt me. And there's the end on it.
Take him away. Who has made this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby, because we'll be dressed together.
Oh, will you help me? Oh, an ass face and a knave and a coxcomb, a thin-faced knave, a gull.
Get him to bed and let his hurt be looked to.
I am sorry, madam, I have hurt your kinsman, but had it been the brother of my blood, I would have done no less with wit and safety. You cast a strange regard upon me, and by that I perceive it hath offended you. Oh, pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we exchanged, but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, two persons, a natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonio, oh, my dearest Antonio, how the hours have racked and tortured me since I have lost thee.
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in two is not more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful.
Do I stand there? I never had a brother, nor can there be that deity of my nature of here and everywhere. I had a sister whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman, what name, what parentage?
Of Messalene. Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother, too. So went he suited to his watery tomb. If spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
A spirit I am indeed, but am in that dimension grossly clad, which from the womb I did participate. Were you a woman, as the rest is even, I should let my tears fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow,
And so had mine.
and died that day when Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record is lively in my soul.
If nothing lets to make us happy both but this, my masculine usurped attire, do not embrace me till each circumstance of place, time, fortune do cohere and jump that I am Viola, which to confirm I'll bring thee to a captain in this town where lie my maiden weeds, by whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble count. All the occurrence of my fortune since hath been between this lady and this lord.
So comes it, madam, you have been mistook, but nature to her bias drew in that. You would have been contracted to a maid, nor are you by my life deceived. You are betrothed both to a maid and a man.
Be not amazed, right noble is his blood. If this be so, and as the glass seems true, I shall have share in the most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times, thou never shouldst love a woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear, and all those swearings keep as true in soul as doth the orbed continent the fire that severs day from night.
Boy, give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy women's weeds.
The captain that did bring me first on shore hath my mate's garments. He, upon some action, is now endurance at Malvolio's suit, a gentlewoman and follower of my ladies.
She shall enlarge him. Fetch Malvolio hither. And yet, alas, now I remember me. They say poor gentlewoman's much distract. Oh, a most extracting frenzy of mine own, my remembrance clearly banished hers. How does she, sirrah?
Truly, sir, she holds Beelzebub at stave's end as well as any woman in her case may do. Has here writ a letter to you. I should have given it to you today morning, but as a mad woman's epistles are no gospels, so it skills not when they're delivered.
Open it, read it.
And look to be well edified when the fool delivers the mad woman. By the Lord, madam, you wronged me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me into darkness and have given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet I have the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not to do myself much right, or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury. The madly used Malvolio.
Did she write this?
Aye, madam.
This savors not much of madness.
See her delivered, Festi. Bring her hither. My lord, so please you, these things further thought on to think me as well a sister, as a wife. One day shall crown the alliance on it, so please you here at my house and at my proper cost.
Madame, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done him so much against the metal of your sex, so far beneath your soft and and the breeding. And since you called me master for so long, here's my hand. And you shall from this time be your master's mistress.
A sister, you are she.
Is this the mad woman?
Aye, my lord, the same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong, notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Pray peruse that letter. You must not now deny it is your hand. Write from it if you can in hand or phrase or say. 'Tis not your seal nor your invention. You can none of this. Well, granted then, and tell me in the modesty of honor why you have given me such clear lights of favor, made me come smiling, and cross-gartered to you to put on yellow stockings, and to frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people, and acting this with an obedient hope, why you have suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in the dark house, visited by the priest, and made the most notorious keck and gall that e'er invention played on. Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing. Though I confess much like the character, but out of question 'tis Mariah's hand. And now I do bethink me, it was she first told me that was mad, then camest in smiling, and in such forms which were presupposed upon thee in this letter. Prithee, be content. This practice hath most shrewdly passed upon thee, and when we know the grounds and authors of it, thou shalt be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Good madam, hear me speak. And let no quarrel nor no brawl to come taint the condition of this present hour, which I have wondered at. In hope it shall not. Most freely I confess, myself and Sir Toby set this device against Malvolio here, upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we have conceived against her. Maria has writ the letter at Sir Toby's great importance, in recompense whereof he hath married her, and how with a sportiful malice it was followed, may rather pluck on laughter than revenge, if that the injuries be justly weighed that have on both sides passed.
Alas, poor fool, how they have baffled thee.
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them. I was one in this interlude, one Sir Topaz, but that's all one. By the Lord, fool, I am not mad, but do you remember, madam, why laugh you at such a barren rascal, and you smile not, he's gagged? And thus the whirligig of time brings on her revenges.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you.
She hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue her and entreat her to appease. She hath not told us of the captain yet. When that is known and golden time commence, the solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Meantime, sweet sister, we will not part from hence. Cesario, come, for so you shall be while you are a man. But if in other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.
When that I was and a little tiny boy with hay, oh, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but a toy, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came to man's estate with hay, oh, the wind and the rain, 'gainst knaves and thieves men shut their gate, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came
last to wife with hay ho, the wind and the rain. By swaggering I could never thrive, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came unto my beds with a hay and a hoe, and the wind and the rain with tosspots still had drunken heads, for the rain it raineth every day. A great while ago the world begun, with hay ho, the wind and the rain. But that's all one, our play is done, and we'll strive to please you every day.
There was never a woman so notoriously abused. I am not mad. Thus begins the revenge on the pack.